Hello, so I have dropped off a bunch of wood for the trailer so we can continue on with the walls. There is a big difference in insulation. So it is currently 82 degrees outside, and inside here where it's not insulated, 98 degrees. So it's quite a difference. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the back room and see how much it changes. 98 degrees for an 82 degree temperature outside. So we'll put that in here. And the funny thing is that this area, the windows are open. The breeze is coming through, but it still reads 98 degrees. It's actually hotter the closer you get to this side of the trailer. So I'll be back in a few minutes, let this go, and see how much of a difference the insulation actually makes. In less than 3 minutes, it's already come down 8 degrees. I mean, that's pretty good. And to note, this one only has one window open and not the other. So that's still dark roof, dark exterior. So can't wait to see what happens once we put the reflective and the lighter paint on the side. But 8 degrees, that's a pretty good difference. Yeah, it's about 8 degrees. So far, that's what it's been. But that's awesome. All right, later. Yeah, I should probably take that thermometer and put it outside for a couple minutes. See what the real temperature is, because that's for salt flat. You know, and that definitely could be wrong. But taking the my water that I get from the apartment over to the composter, dump it in the composter, keep the compost wet and moist, and I think we're doing a pretty good job at that. So, but we'll see. So we got some really dry stuff, and we got some really wet stuff. So gonna have to spread this out a little bit more. See what we get over here. Yes, we collect the cow turds that are on our property, add them to the bin. Yeah, this looks really dry. All right, so we're gonna spread most of the water around this side of the composter, because over there is still damp. Just I guess this one needs it. All right, later. So it's pretty windy and pretty dirty out here today. That's our property. Woo! We're out here doing small things. I'm gonna try to get the little fan going. We're gonna try to spend the night, but I'm gonna check out our lights. Miranda's inside right now, caulking out the windows and doors again because some of the stuff is cracked. But we found a big opening that we hadn't hit before. So here we are. Did she cover that hole? Yeah, you did. All right. So don't worry, Lorraine. I'm not gonna get you because of your shirt or whatever. I know you're embarrassed at the moment, but so there we go. But we're gonna continue to go. You want this door open? All right. All right. Yeah, that's the problem with this, is that we don't really feel anything through the door. The dirt running around. I am going to be wearing the face mask throughout the day. Just because. Not getting much solar panels today. But for some reason, my cell phone booster's not working either. So, I don't know. That's unfortunate too. I'm going to try one more thing to see if I can get it to work, and if not, then I guess I'll be buying a new one. Alright, talk to you later. So, like I said, it's windy out here. Still, it's 6 o'clock. There's a cow walking across our property. Technically, I think it's in the other property. But test this radio out, see how it goes. Have some fun, I guess. Alright, here we go. Later. So we spent another night out on the property. And this time it was the first time in the insulated room overnight. And it is very cold in the uninsulated part. Like, I don't know. I'm thinking it's probably in the 40s. But the thermometer's still going down. Because right now it reads 52. But when it was in the other room, it was reading 50, and it was warmer in that room than this room area. And the window was open in the insulated room, and the rest of the place was sealed up. So, because of the clouds and a slight disconnection, we did have a problem with the solar system. So, the battery's not fully charged. I'm gonna wait until we leave, but thank God to my grandmother who gave us the Jackery. That thing has been holding all night for the for this little refrigerator right here. Just the refrigerator. The lights were plugged in for a while. And it is only at 78%. That is pretty good. I mean, I guess if it was hotter out, it would definitely be worse off than that. So, for the Jackery, running a small refrigerator all night, and it's at 78%. But as you can see, we are just barely getting any solar power right now. But let's be honest, that's because the sun is over there and has to get over here before I could start getting some real solar power. So, shouldn't be too long. But the goal today is to go to Walmart, go get some stuff for the trailer, go to Home Depot or Lowe's and get some other stuff. Because the ceiling fan just had some problems. Okay, good morning, Lorraine. But we had to get some screws for the ceiling fan and a couple other things for the bedroom. But that's about it. And our lights did last until at least 1:30. They may have actually lasted overnight because the sun is hitting it, so it would have turned them off. So, yeah, that's pretty good. But here's sunrise. This is sunrise for us. What a stark difference than it was yesterday. I don't remember if I got any film, but I probably did. But it kind of looked like a Twilight Zone episode yesterday, so. All right. We're going to get going, and we'll talk to you later. Bye. So it did rain some last night. This is by the little droplets of water up on the solar panels. Not much. It wasn't enough to make you wet. Well, real wet, or at least. But any rain's a good rain, I guess, right? I mean, at least here. So, finish cleaning this off. Maybe have some breakfast, coffee, and yeah, we will get going and shopping to El Paso. All right, later.